Hi, this is Alex from Merge Conflict. Today we're tackling one of the most debated questions in React. Should I use context or Redux for state management? Let's break it down with examples, analogies, and code snippets to help you decide. Think of context as a local bus route, easy for smaller commutes. Redux is more like a citywide subway system, robust, but with a learning curve. Both get you where you need to go, but scale differently. For a small group of customers, a local cafe runs smoothly. But once you scale nationwide, you need standardized rules, systems, and possibly more overhead, just like Redux. Context is minimalistic. You set up a provider and consume it wherever needed, perfect for straightforward cases like theming or authentication. But once your app grows, complexity might increase. If you're building a straightforward user dashboard or want to pass user data through multiple components, context is a simple built-in solution. Redux uses actions, reducers, and a single store for the entire application. It's ideal for complex state logic or large teams that need consistent patterns. Notice the single source of truth in the store. Actions describe state changes, reducers define how the state updates, and components dispatch actions to trigger changes. It's systematic but has more boilerplate than context. If you're building complex enterprise software or need advanced debugging tools like Redux DevTools, Redux might be your best friend. When your application becomes the equivalent of a bustling metropolis, you need those extra regulations. Smaller scale, context gets the job done with less overhead. No matter which approach you use, watch out for unnecessary re-renders. For context, consider splitting into multiple providers. For Redux, use memoization and best practices around selectors. If you need to step through how state changes over time, Redux DevTools is a game changer. Context doesn't have that level of debugging built in, but React DevTools can help you see props and context. When collaborating with multiple devs, a well-documented Redux structure ensures fewer collisions. A simpler app might prefer the light footprint of context. If you need complex async flows, Redux middlewares can help. With context, you'll likely rely on custom hooks or other patterns, which might be simpler or more ad hoc. Thunk lets you write async code that interacts with the Redux store. It's more verbose than a simple context plus fetch, but highly structured for big apps. Straightforward for smaller projects. But if your logic grows, you might find yourself building a mini Redux in your own code. Weigh the trade-offs carefully. For advanced scenarios, Redux's plugin ecosystem is unmatched. Context is more batteries included, but with fewer official add-ons. Don't over-engineer. Choose the simplest solution that handles your current complexity while giving room to grow. If your app is more of a small town, go with context. It's built-in, easy to set up, and sufficient for simpler or moderately complex state. If your app is more of a sprawling city, Redux provides structure and advanced tools to keep the chaos under control. Yes, it's a bit more overhead, but well worth it at scale. So there you have it, React Context versus Redux. Use the neighborhood cafe approach for small apps or adopt the global franchise style for big complex ones. If you found this helpful, hit like, drop a comment on which approach you prefer, and subscribe to Merge Conflict for more deep dives. See you next time.